Hi, this is Jeff with Tuned Athlete, and today I'm going to talk to you about one of my favorite things to do during the winter. When, you get snow, a lot of people are like, oh, should I start hitting the trainer? It's so boring. What do I do? One of my favorite things to do in the winter is to fat bike. And if you're new to fat biking, it is incredible. I tried it out about 7 years ago when we got a ton of snow and I couldn't ride outside. And so what I ended up doing is I bought a fat bike, and it was so much fun that I was like, oh my gosh, I got to buy a better fat bike and a better fat bike because I love racing, want to optimize everything. So in the period of about 3 weeks, I ended up buying 3 fat bikes. Anyways, that is how amazing it is. But here I am in Timpanogos right now. This is pretty close to my house, about 20-minute drive. And the snow is pretty fresh, you can see. Yeah, it's just amazing right now. So this is like one of the best days. Our Forest Service actually will groom these trails. So they'll, behind a snowmobile, they'll drag a bunch of weights, which actually packs down the trail so you can ride it. And so many people are new to fat biking every year that they come and ride it, and they're like, oh, I hear a lot from a lot of people, oh, it was way, like, it wasn't fun at all. I couldn't stay on the bike. And one of the biggest reasons why that is because they have way too much tire pressure. A lot of gauges don't work at that low pressure. If they have like a digital gauge, or, sometimes it won't register to those specifics. And so I use like a toe peak digital gauge, or I use a miser gauge, and that will be able to get it down to where I need it. And the pressure that you usually ride at is usually anywhere from 3 to 6 psi. Sometimes you go lower than that, but I'll show you my tires and what I'm talking about. So right here, let's see. So right here, you can see my tire. Okay. Let's see right there, my tire. You can see it, and it has a little bit of give to it, but not too much. So that's actually pretty firm. Right now, this tire is running roughly about 6-7 psi, okay? So then you see right here, this is my back tire where I need more traction. And so this tire right here, I run this is roughly that's about 4 psi right there. So it has some decent squish to it. For the conditions today, that's pretty good. If you do tend to run your tires closer to the way that my front is right now, you'll get some of this. So you'll see that this is actually sinking in. The guy tried to ride through here, just digging into the trail. So that trashes the trail, and at the same time, it's not very fun because it's super hard to stay on the bike. So what I totally recommend is run your tire pressure low. You'll have an amazing time. Make sure that there's some good squish to it. I also hear from people that they're like, if I take too much air out, then it's just going to be super squishy when I go on the road or when it's firm. You can put some air back in, but for the most part, the lower the pressure, the better. So no matter where you ride, you're going to have so much more fun if you ride with lower pressure. And there's been some times where I've done races that snow was such poor quality that the optimal pressure was like 0.5 psi. So the tire was actually just fanning out. It was totally, you want as much surface area as possible. So it was fanning out, and it was surprising, but the snow is so bad that it is significantly faster when the tire is low pressure, because it's able to conform to the terrain and also give you more surface area. So that's some tips for me on fat biking. I've been doing this for about 7 years. Freaking love it. And if you're getting into the sport, this is a great way to, if you're a cyclist and you want something to do with your winter, pick up fat biking. It is incredibly fun, and it's a great way to build your base in the off season. So thanks for watching, and tune in next time. Thanks, bye.